What is your opinion of Jaxson Dart's first start and expectation level moving forward here, Jordan? What are you thinking for the Giants and Giants?
The Giants is the weirdest thing to me because I hear everyone's opinions on Brian Daboll. My only experience with Brian Daboll was the first couple of years with Josh, being very involved in what was happening and what wasn't. And I just watched him take a guy who was like 56% completion percentage at Wyoming, and his first 2 years, it was still learning how to be consistently accurate with the football and learning in NFL and thrown into the wolves. And, Josh's number one receiver his rookie year was Kelvin Benjamin. That was the number one guy. Okay, so he did not step into a full cabinet. And I just watched those two guys get so good at their jobs. Josh got so much better. I mean, I'm watching practice tape, game tape. Like, Brian Daboll is dialing it up with randoms, with Cole Beasley and Kelvin Benjamin, right? And to watch the Giants not be successful on offense with multiple quarterbacks has just been like baffling to me, because I don't care what everybody says about him. I know I have a pretty good understanding of just how good of a coach Brian Daboll is and how brilliant he is on offense. So I've been really excited for him to get his guy in there, whoever that ends up being. It turns out it's Jaxson Dart. That's who they drafted. Jaxson was a hard eval for me coming out because he's got all this talent, this ability. He's really athletic. But at Ole Miss, he's not coming off a national title run where he has all these huge games and these big wins. So it's hard to evaluate if somebody's a winner or not. Just because they didn't win in college doesn't mean they're not going to be a winner in the league. Just because someone won in college doesn't guarantee they're going to be a winner in the league. But I'm really optimistic about this pairing between these two guys. And so far, my evaluation of Jaxson Dart is he's 1-0 as an NFL starter. And I think that's kind of all I have to go off of right now. And let's circle back in 6 weeks.
Well, I mean, and I love Daboll the same way, okay? Just any time that I've been around him, and I tell Giants fans and that the management loves him for a good reason. But now we're seeing Daniel Jones do what he's doing in Indianapolis. How do you square that circle, right? I mean, Daboll won a Coach of the Year based on the way that Jones made the playoffs with Saquon and everything else, and I understand it's a team game. But what do you say to Giants fans who are like, look at what Daniel Jones is doing now? Why should we trust Daboll? Jordan?
Yeah, I understand that concern if you're a Giants fan, and I understand how crazy Giants fans are, right? Or just New York fans in general.
Nice.
But I think what Daniel Jones is doing in Indy is less indicative of what he didn't do there. I think Shane Steichen and Daniel Jones, I would have said this before the season. Here, heads up, I got money on Daniel Jones as comeback player of the year, 100%. I put it in June. 100%. That's a perfect fit. I've known Shane since he was a quarterback coach with the Chargers. And I mean, this is the exact quarterback for them. I think Daniel Jones would be balling in Minnesota if he would have stayed right now. I think Sam Darnold would be balling in Minnesota if he stayed right now. And so what Sam Darnold's doing is less indicative of what didn't happen there. It's the right fit somewhere else and the right timing and everything around them. But I wish I had here's exactly what happened with Daniel Jones and Brian Daboll. I have no idea, because it was a head scratcher, because I've always thought Daniel Jones was going to be a really good player in the right situation. So I'm just surprised that it wasn't the right situation there. Not surprised the success he's having. And again, I won't be surprised if Jaxson Dart turns it on and at the end of the year starts looking like Bo Nix did last year.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.